So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my generating tube, and I'm going to drop some small amount of sodium into the flask. Now, it may react right away. Chances are that it won't, so I'm probably going to have to put a little bit of water on it. Okay, so I'm going to take out my generating tube. I can see my yellowy flask, and I'm going to take my piece of sodium and I'm going to drop it, hopefully, right in the middle. Okay, reposition my camera a little bit. Okay, now, let's see if we get a nice little close-up here. What's going on? And refocus. And what we're going to do is I'm going to drop some water on this sodium metal to activate it. And we should see a pretty brilliant reaction once I activate it. So I'm just trying to drop some water with a pipette to start the reaction. And there it is. And that white smoke you see is sodium chloride solid. It's a colloid. And so that white smoke is the presence of sodium chloride that we made. So once the dust has settled, so to speak, we're left with an Erlenmeyer flask that's kind of milky white on the outside. That's where the sodium chloride dust has settled. But if you look very carefully, you'll see a white spot. That white spot, and I'll get a close-up in a second, represents where the sodium was in highest concentration, and that is where you see some solid sodium chloride crystals. So let's zoom in to some very close space, and you will see right there, as I focus, that is where the sodium chloride is in the place of where the sodium metal was. So the sodium chloride, sodium plus ions, gave the electrons in a redox reaction to the chlorine ions, or the chlorine, I should say, atoms, and became chlorine ions, and they attracted each other to form this precipitate or salt. And that was that cloudy white substance. So that, again, a very cool reaction. Glad you were on board with it.